Put your glass up and get ready for drinks with the Don. Welcome to Drinks with the Don. As always, y'all know me, the Making Don, baby. And as always, I have a master mixologist with me, the lovely, lovely Myia B. Myia B, what's good?
Hey, how you guys doing?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good.
Okay, talk your shit, talk your shit.
Yes, so I'm Myia B, as Don said. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I am one of the top bartenders in Atlanta, Georgia, Bartender of the Year, and I am a culture shaker for Gentleman Jack. So I'm not new to this. This is what I do, okay?
Not new, but she's sure this, y'all.
That's right. So I hope y'all enjoy my drinks. We're about to get tipsy.
Hey, that's good. Let's try that box. So what you making for us today?
Okay, so I'm going to make some Ciroc Peach, a little hunch punch, but we're going to call it Box Truck Shawty.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, speaking of that, with no further ado, that's what we got. I got my boy here, Box Truck Shawty, in the building. About to give y'all some game today. Like, y'all gotta make sure y'all tap into this episode. It's gonna be epic. Like, he gonna give y'all the game, gonna give y'all the blueprint. He got the bundle packs. He gonna give you what you need. So I got Box Truck Shawty. Box Truck Shawty, what's good with you, my boy?
Hey, Nat, how you doing, bro?
Doing well. Gonna let the viewers know a little bit something about you and, all that good stuff.
Well, I go by Box Truck Shorty. I'm on social media as Box Truck Shorty on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the social media platforms, pretty much at Box Truck Shorty. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Y'all make sure I go follow my boy. We also got my boy Cal in the building.
What's going on? I'm Cali Warbucks. My cousin Jabal, Box Truck Shorty, he introduced me to the game. So my part of the game now is cargo beers. So stay tuned. We're gonna blow it up on that end too.
Okay, the boy got the game.
Trying to take it over.
Yeah, got that shit in a chokehold with the logistics game. I like it. So how did you retire from a 9-to-5 and end up grossing $1 million in the box truck industry in less than a year without ever driving a box truck?
Well, I came into the logistics game with a new set of eyes. Well, I guess my backstory pretty much, I was working a 9-to-5. Well, I don't know if you know it now, but I was working a 9-to-5. I did that for 16 years. First, let me back up. I went to college. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, tell you go to college, get your degree or whatever. I went to Clark Atlanta University, graduated with a bachelor's in psychology. Got into the infamous rat race, working. Just wasn't panning out. So I've always had something going on the side. I tried, you name it, I done sold it. I'm dead serious. I had, t-shirt shops, cars, credit repair, you name it, I done sold it. So make a long story short, then I started flipping houses in 2018. So in 2018, when I started flipping houses, I thought that was going to be my path. Yeah, I had a record label too. Did it all.
Right.
So in 2018, I basically got into real estate, started flipping houses. Bought my first house in January of 2018. Bought it for like $80,000, put $85,000 into it, sold it for $365,000, made $176,000 in profit on the first deal. So I'm thinking like this shit's about to be popping.
Yeah.
I'm about to get out of my 9-to-5. And then, did like 2 or 3 more houses, still making good money. And then the pandemic hit. Then when the pandemic hit, it kind of, threw me for a loop, because the housing market kind of dried up. The prices of the houses shot up, the 2x4s shot up, and nobody was getting evicted, nobody was moving, so the real estate game came to a close.
Right.
Not a close, but you know what I'm saying. It came to a standstill. You had to have some money to hold them properties. So with that being said, I had a homeboy that introduced me to logistics, and he told me about, the box trucks, and I always wanted to get into it, but I was kind of scared to get into it because of the semis. Them shits break down and knock your ass out the game. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that got
I lost that shit.
get their head knocked off. That's what the guys can get your head knocked off.
Right.
And the guy that introduced me to it, he had 3 semis, and he was telling me like, man, bro, young cat, you don't want to do the semi. The maintenance will kill you in that game. So I was like, man, I don't want to mess with it. So he introduced me to box trucks, and he was like, man, there's no CDLs. You can get in for a low entry. And I was like, okay, cool. And then at first I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, this don't sound too legit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then he told me I could take the rental route. So he showed me how to get into the rental route. I took the rental route, started up my logistics company in January of 2021, and got my first truck in January 2021. About 3 weeks later, I got my second truck. And about another 3 weeks after that, I got my third truck. And then I kept 3 trucks up to like about 300,000. And then after that, I scaled up to 8 trucks and just kept scaling. and that allowed me to quit my 9 to 5. And the reason why it allowed me to quit my 9 to 5 is because Amazon pays you every Friday. So it's just like getting a direct deposit from a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So I need that mailbox money, that money every week. That real estate money is great, don't get me wrong, but when that lump sum hit, you don't know when your next, your check gonna come. So you're like, damn, I don't need to spend this 10 grand this month. I need to save. So that money coming every month is just every Friday like a direct deposit, like at my job. So that's what allowed me to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Before we get into the startup costs, I see we got the box Truck Shawty drink ready.
That's right. That's
okay.
right. We in Atlanta, but it's giving real tropical vibes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Real thank you.
I'm gonna probably take the straw out though, I ain't gonna lie y'all.
Oh my God. Please drink with my straw because you have to taste.
I'm gonna keep the straws.
Thank you.
You work very hard.
Look, I'm gonna put it up though with y'all boys, man. Much success to y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit, but let's talk about the startup costs for what y'all do.
So
The straw.
so the startup cost, I tell people it's $5,000 to start up, right? It don't really cost you $5,000, but I tell people $5,000 because everybody's situation is a little bit different. Like for me, example, I can tell you my real cost. I paid $200 for my LLC. I paid $680 for somebody to do my authority to get me, up and running. That's basically all your compliance stuff, DOT, MC number, all of that. And then I paid $1,375 for my insurance down. And then I paid $1,000 for my rental deposit. So basically about $300 got me into the game. But the reason why I tell people $5,000 is because if you got like a bad driving record or tickets, they'll want that first and last insurance, deposit. So we can make it $5,000. And then, if you tell black people or anybody, it's $3,300 and that shit $34. They gonna go
$3,350.
I knew it was. I battle that shit every day, all day on the Instagram net, every day.
Yeah.
If somebody get a quote that's out, like, what's your driving record? Like, well, I got 2 speeding tickets. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's your
DUI.
Yeah,
DUI. Got no
life. Right.
So you spoke about it earlier. Why only Amazon? Like, why no other local?
Well, I do Amazon for its simplicity, if that makes sense. The Amazon allowed me to run my whole company from my cell phone. So, like, a lot of people do like other local boards, which is nothing wrong with that. There's a couple reasons why I like Amazon. Like I said, the simplicity. I can run the whole company from my cell phone. I can do it from anywhere in the world. I like to travel. I like to vacation. So with that being said, I can run it from anywhere. The other low boards, you're gonna need a dispatcher. I don't like, dealing with dispatchers. Nothing wrong with dispatchers, but I avoid paying a dispatcher 10% just to book my loads. Then there's no over the road too, so my drivers are home every day, if that makes sense. So that's a good part about being able to do Amazon. Like you can make all the money in the world, but if you're not home to spend that money, that shit won't matter. You know what I'm saying? So guys have been on 21 days, a month at a time. Yeah. So it's nothing like being at home spending time, with your family. So,
right.
And they pay every Friday.
We like to get paid. We like to get paid.
I ain't got to submit no paperwork, man. Like I said, literally, this shit is so simple. It really seemed like it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to submit no paperwork, no BOL, none of that shit. Just Amazon pay me every Friday. Right.
I know one of the things you mentioned, you said no over the road, no CDL, and no credit.
No credit. Yeah, no credit.
Like legit.
Yeah, no credit. Yeah. And then with a lot of logistics, I don't know if y'all are really familiar with, I'm pretty sure you are, but you got a thing called an authority, with your DOT, your MC number. When you first get into the game, if you have a new authority, not a lot of companies are going to work with you anyway. You got to have 90 days, 6 months, so you're going to be getting a lot of bullshit loads anyway. So until you get your authority age, you can't do no, good loads. But Amazon, from day one, they treat you like somebody that's been on a road board like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been with Amazon 5 years. From day one, there's no seniority. So as soon as you get on, you can start booking loads with Amazon.
And so I noticed too that you actually, with your program, you offer Amazon training as well.
Yeah, yep. So I offer, I pretty much, anything you need to know about Amazon, that's what I master. You know what I'm saying? So
to go to.
Yeah, I did, I got a 2-day, training that's at the Amazon facility, which is you learn everything from the time you check in, how to get your dock door, how to find your pallets, how to find your stuff, your non-cons, basically everything you need to know with Amazon. It's kind of for some people like, for example, like the people that don't want to actually physically drive the truck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them want to come down, like they fly from all over, California, you name it. And they don't want to go on that long over the night 3-day, because the 3-day, you do everything the same, but you actually go with the driver over the road. And that shit can be a pain in the ass for some people that don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I came up with the 2-day.
Okay.
for those people that don't want to do that.
Gotcha.
You know, a lot of people want to come to Atlanta and party too, so they want to learn this shit, but they still want to go party.
They still want to
Yeah,
party.
they definitely
I mean, it's the hey, that's what we do.
Yeah. So that's why they have no problem coming.
Right. How much can you make daily with the Amazon relay?
It's up to you. The shorter the runs with Amazon, the more you can make. It depends on your area, your region. Like, for example, you could do 2 or 3 short loads a day, or you could do 1 long load a day.
Yeah.
So a short load is, I call like something like under 50, 60, 70 miles, and you might make like $250 for that. And if you can catch like 2 of those in a day, or some people, like, for example, I know some girl in Cali, she do like 3 a day. I spoke to a young lady, literally last week, she do 2 or 3 loads in Atlanta, doing short loads. So I only do 1 load a day though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I'm lazy,
Right.
but when I go to sleep at night, I want that shit to be
Yeah.
easy as
You wanna
possible.
sleep.
Yeah, I want to sleep. So when I first started, I was kind of like trying to catch 2 loads, catch a day load, a night load, and all of that. And I would like drivers be calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, like I'm back home. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get another load.
Right.
And when you're doing that shit for like 5, 8 trucks, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Just 1 good load where they make enough money, I make enough money, and I can make the money back. To me, the name of the game is passive money. Yeah, I don't want no headache. Yeah, passive money.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So another thing you talk about is like the pros and cons of renting your truck versus buying your truck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, definitely tell them where you get the bundle pack from, bro.
Oh,
You got step by step
guide.
guide.
Yeah, I got everything. I got the step by step starter pack guide. That's what I first came out with, like June of last year. That's basically all of the steps, the blueprint to get in the game. I sell it for $199. It's like it'll tell you it's short. It ain't no course. It ain't no fluff. It ain't no bullshit. It's strictly to the point. Like go left, turn right. You know, go 40 miles an hour. You go here.
Yeah.
It's everything you need to know. So that's the step by step starter pack guide. Then I have a step 2. Amazon Master and the Amazon load boards, like, you know, booking loads, finding the driver, showing people how to scale and stuff like that. That's also $199 as well. But I offer a bundle pack, which is both of them together for $299. So you can put both. Yeah, exactly. Most people buy it anyway. Yeah, most people buy it because it makes sense because you need one without the other. You know what I'm saying? To show you how to get discounts. It basically holds your hand through the whole entire process.
Right.
And you can get it at boxtruckshawty.com, or you can follow me on Instagram and you know, find it that way.
Right. And let me interject. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, I actually purchased myself. That's why he's here. It's legit. It's straight to the point. Ain't no cap. Ain't no finesse. It's straight to the point. Like you said, go here 10 miles, turn left. Like, it's straight to the point. No fluff. It's what you need. And it ain't number $300. Like, we'll spend $300 on some J's, or some kicks, or whatever. In the club, or a bottle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spend that money to get this education. We get more money. That's what it's about.
Right. And a lot of people always ask me, I get a lot of heckle like, well, if you're making all this money, why you charging? I get that shit all the time, right? And the thing is,
we know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who you are. That's all good, though. We got that.
Oh, yeah, nah.
So if you make all that money, right, exactly. You're going to pay for the mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to save you money, a lot of time, a lot of headache, you need to pay for my mistakes. I can tell you where the bumps at, the curves at in the road. So that's basically what it is. And free is always expensive.
Right.
And it holds them accountable too. When people get stuff for free, they don't take it serious.
And it's crazy because when I was doing real estate, that's what I was mentoring people at. Wasting my time, busting my ass.
Wasting.
Bullshit, man. Yeah. So I learned this time when I come into this game, I ain't doing shit for free.
Oh, no. This time costs some, bro.
Yeah.
We still got to do the work, though.
Yeah.
We still got to do the work.
Definitely still got to do the work.
So, let's go back. Let's get back to that renting versus buying a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's your model set up? What's the pros and cons?
Right. So a lot of people think that like pro renting. I am pro renting starting off. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first got into the industry, when I first started doing consultation, I would get like a lot of consultation because I was like one of the only people, if not the only person, showing people how to get on the rental route. Right. A lot of people will go out and go buy a truck. I don't know if you're familiar, but a box truck when I first started was like 20. I'm going to look at 3 of them. It was 20, 23, and like 19,000, right? For like a 2018. And this is almost 2 years ago. Literally, after the pandemic hit, them shits went up to $80,000, $90,000. So people are still buying these old used trucks. So I spoke to a lot of people. When the first time the truck break down, they're out of business. This is because a box truck is not like a car where that shit $300 a fix. That shit $15,000, $20,000, $10,000 every pop. So with that being said, I met a lot of people that went out of business doing that. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna start pushing the rental stuff. So that's how I kind of started pushing it. But renting, the good thing about it is you don't have to pay for maintenance. If the truck break down, the shit tire pop, drop off on anything happen on the side of the road, the only thing you're responsible for is damages. No oil changes, no tire rotation, none of that. So I always tell people, start off renting if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have $15,000, you don't have credit or, stuff like that, everybody don't have it. You know, I have people, you can make more money with owning. Yeah, that's common sense. That's just like you own a house.
Right.
Yeah, you own a house. Yeah, it's better to own a house than renting a
Yeah.
house. Yeah. But guess what? The real reality of it is everybody can't afford to buy a house. So what you just stand the bridge because you can't buy a house?
And you're giving people a business model where they can start with 5,000. So there's no excuse.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 5 vans,
Right.
it's a lot, but it's not a lot.
Yeah, so
they
think
ain't
about
trying to pocket it.
Right, so then think about it. If you come in and renting a truck, even though it's a little bit more expensive, it's a little more pricey. When that truck break down, you just swap out to another one. You ain't down like I have. My best friend, his truck been down 3 weeks. And I was like, yo, why don't you go put in the truck? Just start talking slow. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
It's not on money.
Yeah. So even if you own a truck, you still can rent. So what I'm saying, even the people that buy a truck, you still can rent a truck too. Because the truck should make enough money going forward to keep it afloat.
Right.
So that's the whole reason why I told people, buy a truck.
Right.
I mean, rent a truck versus own it. Then the good thing about it is when you start renting, if you see that, if the bank see $5,000, $6,000 coming to your account every week with a rental, they ain't got no problem giving you a loan. You know what I'm saying? Build up your cash flow. They want to see it's easy as hell. The steps is the same exact. Ain't no different. If you buy a truck, I rent a truck. Only difference you buy a truck, that you own that truck. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, well, here at Drinks It Done, we play a game sometimes, called This or That. You got to pick one or the other. You can't give no extra shit, no extra,
Shit.
Straight to the point.
Damn.
You got to pick one.
Okay.
Everybody good? Everybody ready?
You gotta say what?
You got to pick one. I'm going to give you 2 choices, this or that.
Okay.
You got to pick one. I don't need nothing, you know what I mean, no backstories. You
Yeah.
got to stand on your shit.
I know, let me explain.
It ain't too raw. Okay. All right, 9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Talk that shit.
Definitely entrepreneur.
Big entrepreneur.
Big energy.
Yeah.
Big energy. I love this. I'm financial literacy. Oh, don't explain shit. Go ahead.
18-wheeler or box truck?
Box truck. Shawty.
Cargo van, Cali.
Okay.
18-wheeler.
Oh.
Going straight. But I heard you. Well, I'm just going straight.
Real estate or logistics?
Logistics.
Still logistics.
Logistics right now.
Logistics.
Logistics.
Yeah.
True.
Amazon load board or dat board?
Amazon all day, every day.
Amazon.
I don't know.
Just say.
You gotta say one.
Amazon.
So also I noticed that you talk big about scaling in the box truck business. Can you elaborate on that?
Scaling is, say for example, like any business, you don't just want to have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can just have one and eat good off of it, but in the name of the game of, especially with logistics, we see even the 18-wheelers, a lot of those people own fleets. You have a bunch of trucks. That's how you make a lot of money. You can, we have one truck and one truck go down. That's like my homeboy. He out of the game right now for 3 weeks. So scaling is basically, getting multiple trucks on the road. And I think it's super important when it comes especially the rental aspect, even if you're owning a truck. You know what I'm saying? I don't never like there's an old saying like don't have all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
You got one truck or you're the owner operator, you got all your eggs in one basket. So with scaling, that's what allowed me to, retire.
Right.
Because you can, like with me, I don't have to hit a home run with one truck. You know what I'm saying? Like after my expenses, let's just say my expenses add up to $400. Like I just made a reel about this the other day. If my expenses add up to $400 a day just to move my truck, and I'm booking loads at least $600 a day, then I make $200 a day. If I got 5 trucks, that's $1,000 a day without me driving the truck. $1,000 a day, my truck runs 30 days a month. That's $30,000 a month net profit. So you ain't nowhere in the world you can kind of do that shit except selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you got an athlete or something, a rapper or some shit like that. But just some regular shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you paying too much to rent. I don't give a damn how much the rentals cost as long as I'm profiting at the end of the day while I'm at home sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm
you still in the positive, you're in the black, what we doing?
Yeah.
So you spoke about those expenses and things. Let's talk about gas. Like gas being so high, which is coming out a little bit now, but it was super high.
Yeah, it was.
Like, does Amazon offer like any fuel surcharges or perks or anything?
Yeah, they do. So basically, let's just say prior I might hate to sound, people probably hate to hear this shit, but since the fuel went up, Amazon loads went up. And then even when the loads start coming back down a little bit, the fuel, they never really kind of came back down with it as much. So I like the fact that they do offer a fuel surcharge. Let's say I book a load at $650. Out of that $650, it might be like $60 in there. It's built into all of the loads. A lot of people just don't go and look and see that as a fuel surcharge. And my secret sauce is I don't book loads that's too far. I kind of stay local because I know with a box truck, you got a deadhead back.
Right.
Now, if you don't want a deadhead back, you can use a dispatcher.
Right.
You know, find somebody to come back. But like I said, I like to sleep. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And all that.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I noticed you're big too. I saw where you believe in copyright and trademarking your business, like your material and all that stuff.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
You want to get into that? Or
Yeah, we can get into that.
I mean, I know you would.
I know you did too. We just spoke on it.
Yeah, when I first started, I ain't gonna say first started, a couple months ago, maybe it's like April of this year, right? You know my name, I'm only Box Truck Shawty, right? So it was a guy that purchased my guide, right? And he basically bought my guide, and so my kid's mother actually sent it to me. She was like, "Yo, is this guy that's coming out with a step-by-step guide? Got a name similar to yours, X, Y, and Z."
Same pose.
Yeah, same pose, same type of shirts. This just like using my emojis and everything. And I was like,
Background
okay,
music.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. So I was like, you know, I was inspired at first. I'm like, okay, just trying to copy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to do what I do. I was like, okay, cool. Then next thing you know, he dropped it on April 15th, dropped the guide. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy this shit. So I had my homegirl buy the shit and send it to me, same exact guide. Nigga done stole my shit, used all my shit. So anybody reached out to him, make a long story short, he was like, I'm out of respect for you, I admire you, I'm gonna take it down. He never took it down. So I had Instagram take it down, I had Shopify, everybody take the shit down.
Yeah.
He just kept putting it back up. So anyway, I already had my shit trademarked and copyrighted. So we just battled with that. But it's super important, especially if you're trying to brand your shit. A lot of people, it's kind of like I said, protecting the bag. If you spend all this money and time and effort with your name or whatever it is, make sure nobody else have that name. Make sure that shit is not copyrighted, because I hate to say it, but black people, we like to skim corners a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And we don't protect our shit. So that's what I'm big on copyright, and everything I release, name, everything is copyrighted.
Right.
Yeah. So that way you can go after somebody, you gotta shut their shit down.
So look, y'all make sure
That was the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Look, make sure y'all listen to what my boy said. Make sure y'all trademark, copyright your shit. Man.
Yeah.
Cause they will steal your shit.
Yeah, and then the crazy one I had made a video about it on YouTube, and I put something on Reels about it, and I had people hitting my inbox, yo, I bought your shit too, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna switch it up. And the thing about it is this: I ain't trying to stop nobody from getting money. Right? I ain't no hater, nothing like that. There's enough money for everybody to go around. However, it's just like everybody watch Coming to America, right? He had a problem with McDowell's. You know what I'm saying? The name was McDowell's. Like, yeah, you Golden Arches, we the Golden, whatever shit it's called. Yeah, like, do it. And even like an American Gangster, like, look, Blue Magic. Just name it what you want to call it. Just don't call that shit Blue Magic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Call it Blue Dog shit.
So had he came up with a whole nother name,
You ain't true.
I don't give a damn. Like, go get your money.
Yeah.
But he was trying to be so close to me.
Cal said the man had a background music.
Yeah, so look, the crazy part about it, I went to the I went to the streets. I went to the, what's the shit called? Streets with T.I. and Jeezy and all them came, right?
Yeah.
I was a big Jeezy fan coming up. So I went to the concert, sitting in the front row, goddamn concert. Went home, the song Go Crazy was in my head. Went home the next day, made a goddamn reel with the Go Crazy. We all know Go Crazy.
Now,
20 years old.
Common song for everybody to
that
listen
shit,
to now. Come on.
Yeah, that shit 20 years old. Do you know this dude went and put the goddamn Go Crazy on, made a reel the following week? I was just like, all the songs in the world. That's why I was like, nah, this shit's
enough is enough.
Ain't want too much sauce, man. So what advice can you give people who kind of thinking about jumping in this Amazon relay box truck game, or to just like kind of go push them over the edge, make them go and do what they need to do, bro?
If you want to retire and make some money, I mean,
There
jump
you go.
into it. I don't know, like I said, I'm done with the convincing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to retire and make some money, like I said, I don't know too many businesses. Like I said, when I say I'm a serial entrepreneur, I have done it. I mean, you name it, I done sold that shit. Like, any kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Illegal, like I said, nothing has come close to this. Even with real estate, you got to have some capital to get into real estate. You know what I'm saying? You flip houses and stuff too, so you ain't coming into real estate with $5,000. You give somebody $5,000 real estate, you're going to get back a couple $100 after the flip is over. So what I'm saying is, if you can get into a game with $5,000 and start a business and have that shit up and running, and you can make your money back in 2 weeks if you do the shit right, I don't know what else you can do there. So I'm big on jumping into the game, especially logistics.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope. Well, listen, I thank y'all boys for joining me. Before we exit out, y'all go ahead and let the viewers know one more time how to get in contact with y'all, to purchase y'all product, all that good stuff.
Okay, once again, I'm on Instagram, Box Truck Shawty. I'm on Facebook as Box Truck Shawty. I got a private Facebook group, Box Truck Shorty. It's called Boxheads. That's what I call my people, my followers. I'm on TikTok. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing too much on TikTok. That shit is kind of young. I'm trying to give me somebody to help me with my TikTok. But I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitter. I'm on and I'm on YouTube as well as Box Truck Shorty. So check me out. Come grab my stuff, and you will see me. Oh, and let me plug myself again too. I got mentorship. I'm just launching too.
Dope.
So that's about to come out too. So just stay tuned for that as well.
I'm at Cali Warbucks. I'm gonna start I'm getting in the cargo van game. We're gonna lock it down with Amazon with the cargo van game. Not gonna give out too much right now, but it's coming soon. So I'm on Instagram at Cali Warbucks.
Yeah, say less. Look, I just want to lift my glass on y'all boys and kill y'all shit.
Yeah.
I took the straw out of mine too.
Listen, man, I want to thank y'all boys for joining Drinks with the Don. I just wish y'all much happiness, wealth, success, money, all that good shit, bro. Like
I need
prosperity, success,
same to
health, wealth, all that shit, man.
Right, man. Thank you for having me on your show, man.
No doubt, it's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Likewise. Drinks with the Don.
Thanks for the drink. That Box Truck Shorty was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was good.
Myia B, we out.
Yes,
Bye.
bye.
Drinks with the Don.